The Bheur Hag has become one of my favorite monsters to use. In typical hag fashion, they bring all that creepiness, but with a frosty element. Welcome to the Blue Dragon Guild, a channel all about Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Baron. I recently used the Bheur Hag in one of our games, and quite genuinely, it made me fall in love with this monster. They are incredibly nasty. Taking a look at the stats, this hag has an AC of 17, which is really good. They have the ability to control the weather once per day, and they have a magical staff that is only usable by Bheur Hags. It's called the Gray Staff, and this staff gives them access to magic. That magic being at will, hold person, and then once per day each, you get Cone of Cold, Ice Storm, and Wall of Ice. With their actions, they have multi-attack. They make 2 slam attacks or 2 frost shard attacks. The frost shard is a ranged spell attack that deals 6d8 plus 3 cold damage, and it also reduces the target speed by 10 until the start of the hag's next turn. Anything that manipulates movement speed is always really fun, but that 6d8, that is a lot of damage output. The Bheur Hag is a CR 17 monster, and they can put out a lot of damage. They also have the ability Horrific Feast. The hag feeds on the corpse of one enemy within reach that died within the past minute. Each creature of the hag's choice that is within 60 feet and able to see the feeding must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of the hag for 1 minute. While frightened in this way, the creature is incapacitated, can't understand what others say, they can't read, and they only speak in gibberish. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. If a creature's saving throw is successful, the effect ends for it, and the creature is immune to this effect for the next 24 hours. So those abilities really make the Bheur Hag just a nasty monster, a very formidable foe to throw against your party. When I ran this monster for the Blue Dragon Guild in our main game, the way it worked out in the story is she was cornered in the back of her lair. But the thing with hags is they often have minions to help them and work alongside them. What the party didn't know is that this hag had an elder black pudding stashed away in a jar, which she promptly broke, unleashing upon the party. And that effectively made a shield for herself, but much to her dismay, they took down the ooze, and then they took down the hag. As I have said in a previous video about hags, they are very self-serving creatures, so pairing them with minions, pairing them with other creatures really makes sense, especially if the other creatures are kind of like a sacrifice almost, so the hag can get away. Another fun idea I had for the Bheur Hag was to pair them with a pack of Yeti. Is it a pack or is it a tribe of Yeti? Tell me down in the comments below. But pairing the Bheur Hag with the Yeti, another snow-based monster, that it kind of gives the hag an enforcer to guard her and go out and do the things that the hag wants done. Hags are manipulative, so they can manipulate these Yeti into doing whatever they want for them. I think it could turn into a very fun story of there's all these Yeti attacks, there's these Yetis doing all this crazy stuff, all this weird stuff that most people don't really associate with Yetis. And as the party uncovers clues, figures things out, they determine, oh, there is a hag manipulating, controlling these Yeti. Let's go get her. And that really kind of just leans into that snowy Arctic kind of vibe that the Bheur Hag and the Yetis have together. Could be a really fun homebrew side quest for Rime of the Frost Maiden. So just to reiterate, I love the Bheur Hag. I love what the monster brings to an encounter. I love the vibes, the creepy, the cold. It's all a ton of fun. If you've ever used a Bheur Hag in any of your games or ever gone up against them as a player, tell me about it down in the comments below. And if you want to see some more Hag videos from the Blue Dragon Guild, check those out down in the description. And until next time, keep the dice rolling.